Okay, aloha. Welcome to the 2026 Hawaii Wildfire Summit. We are so thankful you're here. We really appreciate you taking the time to join us here on Kauai. This afternoon, we will begin with a few opening remarks from key partners, followed by the dry season outlook from the National Weather Service. Then we'll move into our National Perspectives panel, where we'll hear from long-term partners across the country about what they're seeing and learning in this wildfire space. And here we have Kaleo too to introduce us. So today, this broader perspective will help ground our conversations as we move into the Hawaii-focused work and action tomorrow. It really is truly an honor to be on this journey together with everyone here. We've come a long way, and we still have important work ahead to safeguard our people and our places from wildfire. We hope you use this time to connect, to share, to be inspired, to learn alongside this incredible community of partners across the state and the country working together right now and for the benefit of today, tomorrow, and the generations to come. A big mahalo to our Kauai partners for helping to host and organize this summit, especially the Kauai Fire Department and Emergency Management Agency. With that, I'd like to hand it over to Chief Gibson of Hawaii County to officially kick off the 2026 Hawaii Wildfire Summit.
Thank you, Nani. All right. I didn't have time to practice or go to the bathroom, so if I'm walking around, it's for two reasons, nervous. No, thank you to everybody for being here. On behalf of the County Kauai Fire Department, on behalf of the County of Kauai, on behalf of the Hawaii Wildfire Management Organization, I should take a breath soon. The DLNR Division of Forestry and Wildlife, and all of our summit partners, I want to welcome each of you to the 2026 Hawaii Wildfire Summit. Did we agree on the official name finally?
Yeah.
So thank you everyone for traveling here, for adjusting your schedules, and stepping away from your demanding schedules to participate in this summit. We're truly grateful for your commitment to this important work. This gathering represents something much bigger than a conference. It represents our partnership, represents our shared responsibility, and it represents a growing recognition across Hawaii that the wildfire preparedness and resilience must become a part of how we plan, how we build, respond, recover, and work together moving forward. One team, a shared mission, our kuleana, reflects exactly why all of us are here today. The devastating Hawaii wildfires of 2023 changed our state forever. Those fires forced all of us, the fire service, emergency management, planners, land managers, utilities, elected officials, researchers, and communities, all to take a hard look at the reality of wildfire risk in Hawaii. For many years, our focus centered on vegetation management and natural resources. Those efforts remain critically important, but we now better understand that wildfire resilience also depends on the built environment, community design, evacuation planning, infrastructure, and how prepared our neighborhoods are before the fire. We cannot rely on emergency response alone to solve the challenge. And we cannot wait until after disasters to begin building safer and more resilient communities. That is why this summit matters. Over the next 2 days, we will hear perspectives from local, state, national, and international leaders who are helping to shape the future of wildlife preparedness and resilience. We will hear difficult lessons learned. We will hear innovative ideas. We will hear examples of collaboration and progress. Our purpose of this conference is for everyone to leave with stronger partnerships, new tools, and renewed momentum to continue this work in every community. Here on Kauai, we are proud to be a part of that effort. Following the 2023 wildfires, our mayor challenged all of our county departments to work together proactively to strengthen wildfire mitigation and preparedness across our island. Our planning department, under the leadership of Kiana Hull, embraced that responsibility wholeheartedly and partnered closely with the Kauai Fire Department, the HWMO, DLNR, emergency management, and many others to move meaningful initiatives forward. What I want to highlight is our Plantation Camp Wildland Urban Interface Ordinance work, which is going to be covered more in this conference. But this conference supports all that collaboration. We know that not one single agency can solve this issue alone. No single profession owns this mission, and no single community is immune from wildfire risk. But together we can absolutely make meaningful progress. As fire chief, I want to acknowledge all the responders, planners, land managers, researchers, policy leaders, community advocates, and partners in this room. The work that all of you do matters deeply. The conversations we have here over the next 2 days may help shape decisions and partnerships that protect lives, homes, cultural resources, infrastructures, and communities in the future. That is meaningful work, it's important work, and that's our responsibility. So before we begin today's program, I want to extend a serious thank you to our planning team. You guys did some amazing work. Our volunteers, all of our presenters, moderators, sponsors, and partner agencies who work tirelessly behind the scenes to make the summit possible. And for $50.5 ticket, you're getting like $150 worth of food, so it's a value. But we're honored to host all of you here on Kauai. So thank you all again for being here. We thank you for your partnership, and welcome to the 2026 Hawaii Wildfire Summit. So now, please join me in welcoming from the Department of Land and Natural Resources, Division of Forestry and Wildlife, and former Chippendales dancer, fire protection forester, Mike Walker.
Well, it's great to be reminded of something I don't remember at all. So it must have been in my college days when I was tipping back the ball pretty hard. I just wanted to start out with a few mahalos. Mahalo nui to the Kauai Fire Department for hosting us here. They're so gracious to have us, and I'm really looking forward to spending time with them, and they always put on a wonderful event, and so big mahalo to you guys. Second of all, I'd like to thank big mahalo to all of you all just for coming here and attending, and you know, we all have shared values that we want to protect, and I'm glad to see so many different familiar faces as well as some new ones as well. And then third of all, I'd like to say mahalo to Hawaii Wildfire Management Organization for putting this all together. They are the glue that bind us all together. They're like the hakule, weaving all of this from the community to the suppression agencies to folks in local and state government together to work for a solution. I'm trying to figure out what I was going to say in the last couple of days, like Chief Gibson. Certain aspects of fire management are a lot like mathematics. Some things are very simple, like arithmetic. 2 + 2 = 4. Put the wet stuff on the red stuff, the fire is out. Other things can get more complicated. Creation of wildland urban interface codes, prevention and outreach education, planning. What are you linking all of the different fuel reduction projects together in a cohesive manner, coordinating all of the different fire agencies to work as one. That's more like kind of when you're getting into calculus and things, that the equations get more complicated, but often in that arena, we have these complicated problems. You often get multiple solutions or multiple processes that lead to the answer. And so that's what I would like to see folks here do in the next couple of days, is you guys all have your own individual answers to these complex, or you've gone through these processes in your own way. You may work on the windward side, on DHHL lands, or you may be a leeward community, you may be on Hawaii Island or Kauai. All of us are working on these same issues, and we all have different processes that we've gone through to get to these answers. And I'd like you folks to be sharing those with each other during the breaks and during the social hours that we have. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Dory Booth from the Office of the State Fire Marshal. So welcome.
Thank you, Mike. I guess it's nice going towards the end of last, or next to last, because most of what I was going to say has already been said. However, it's very worth repeating, because this is very important. So, on behalf of the Office of the State Fire Marshal, it's an honor to welcome you all to the 2026 Hawaii Wildfire Summit. Mahalo to all of you for being here today, for taking the time to travel from across our islands and beyond to participate in this important gathering. Your presence reflects the growing commitment through Hawaii to strengthen wildfire preparedness, resiliency, and community safety. I'd also like to extend a sincere appreciation to Hawaii Wildfire Management Organization, the Kauai Fire Department, Kauai Emergency Management Agency, DLNR DOFA, and all the many partners, sponsors, planners, and volunteers who've worked tirelessly to organize this summit. Bringing together such a diverse group of professionals, agencies, and organizations and community leaders takes an enormous amount of work and coordination and dedication, and we're grateful for everyone's efforts. The summit comes at a critical time for Hawaii. This year to date, we've had over 200 wildfire or brush fires. Compliments and the stats of being able to pull those are some of the new systems that have been implemented nationwide and the better reporting that we're seeing across collaborations. We continue to face increasing wildfire risk driven by drought conditions, changing climate patterns, invasive grasses, expanding wildland-urban interface areas, and more extreme fire behavior. These challenges require all of us to work together in ways that are coordinated, forward-thinking, and sustained for the long term. At the same time, there is also reason for optimism. Throughout Hawaii, we are seeing tremendous progress in wildfire mitigation, preparedness, education, planning, and partnership building, all thanks to everyone in this room. Communities are becoming more engaged, agencies are collaborating more closely, land managers, emergency managers, fire service professionals, researchers, nonprofit organizations, cultural practitioners, and residents are all contributing to a stronger and more resilient Hawaii. That collective effort is exactly what this summit represents. Over the course of today's program and the next day, you'll hear from experts and leaders working across multiple disciplines and jurisdictions. Discussions will focus on topics such as fire-adapted communities, fire-wise community programs, wildfire mitigation initiatives, resilient landscapes, emergency preparedness, land stewardship, and the collaborative strategies necessary to reduce wildfire risk throughout our islands. These conversations are important because wildfire resilience cannot be accomplished by any single person or agency alone. It requires partnerships. It requires shared kuleana, and it requires continued commitment long after the summit concludes. The work ahead of us is not easy, especially when we've been measuring rainfall in the amounts of feet over the last couple of months, and we have beautiful green islands right now, which ultimately is Mr. Bravender will talk about in a little while. As we get later into the summer, green turns to brown for us really quickly. So, that being said, wildfire preparedness is not seasonal, it is year-round for us. It's not temporary, and it requires year-round dedication, sustained investment, and continued collaboration among all levels of government, nonprofit organizations, private partners, and the communities we serve. The work being done across Hawaii today is truly making a difference. Every fuel mitigation project, every community outreach effort, every evacuation plan, preparedness workshop, training exercises, and every partnership formed continues to contribute to the safety and more resilient communities. Those efforts matter, and the people in this room are helping lead that work every day and moving forward. As we begin the sessions, I encourage everyone to take full advantage of this opportunity. Engage in discussions, share lessons learned, build new partnerships, ask questions, ask the difficult questions, continue strengthening the relationships and build new ones, and continue to collaborate to ensure that the continued collaboration is essential for protecting our communities, our natural resources, our culture, and our people. Thank you again for your dedication, service, and your commitment to wildfire safety and resilience throughout Hawaii. I wish all of you a productive and meaningful summit. Thank you again. I'm now to introduce Mr. Elton Ushio, Kauai Emergency Management Emergency Manager.
Aloha, good afternoon. I think that's way too long. So I'll start off by saying that knowing that I'd be following such experienced and eloquent speakers, I did not try to prepare, because when I've done that before, they hit the points that I wanted to hit, and I end up having to wing it anyway. But jokes aside, on behalf of Kauai Emergency Management Agency, Mayor Kawakami, County of Kauai, welcome and aloha to Kauai and the state's Wildfire Summit. At Kauai Emergency Management Agency, we enjoy what I feel is a very special gift in having a local community and what we call our whole of government, whole community partners who are continuously engaged with us, fully participating in our EOC, and whether they be federal, state, county, private sector, community-based organizations, if we are activated, they act as one team. Full coordination, integration. We don't always agree, but common operating picture and execution. And we're so fortunate to have that here. So now, looking across the room, seeing the registrations, seeing names, big names. Wow, people I look up to from across the state and even the nation. What a great team to engage in this specific area. You know, wildfire preparedness, mitigation, response, and if need be, recovery. As we can see, it really takes that whole community, whole of government approach. And as we say at KIMA, the emergency management, preparedness, prevention, resilience, it starts at the individual and household level, but it extends to each and every one of us in our respective areas of responsibility, our respective kuleana. And guess what? Emergency management, we're jacks of all trades, masters of very few. And in this field, you are the masters. You are the subject matter experts that people will turn to. So with that, it's very encouraging to see this level of engagement, statewide, nationwide resources. We're always looking to make improvements, to learn from each other, as other speakers have said. And that's what I encourage all of you to do. Let's work together, work towards improvement, continuously striving to better serve the people of Hawaii and the nation by sharing these lessons wherever we go. So again, aloha, welcome to Kauai, and congratulations on putting this whole thing together, and good luck, and enjoy the next day and whatever is left of today. Mahalo.